Alright, so in this video, I'm going to briefly expose what Tawhidi shows the West and what he keeps to himself, how he really feels. He tries to portray himself as someone who's completely anti-Sharia. He isn't, by the way, but he tries to portray himself as completely anti-Sharia and completely against every Islamic government that ever existed. Now, this clip is going to completely expose him. As we all know, the first caliphs in Islam, whether you like them or not, starts off after the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, and then Ali, and then Hassan, and then Muawiyah, and then Yazid, and then carries on with the rest of Bani Umayyah. So check out this clip and see what Tawhidi says.
Muslims working with me. Many of my supporters are non-Muslims. We cannot come and say we will establish peace on this earth if we Muslims ruled, because that is absolute nonsense. Show me one good example of a just and fair and peaceful Islamic government from the time of Abu Bakr to Umar to Uthman to Muawiyah, the Umayyad dynasty.
Umar to Uthman to Ali, no, to Muawiyah. He jumps past Ali again. Tawhidi, Imam Muhammad Tawhidi is a Shi'i who reveres Ali and accepts Ali's government and wish that we had Ali's government and in place today and the government of the Imams. However, to the West, he expresses himself to be someone who's anti-Sharia and anti-government completely, which is just not true. So here's another clip which in which he speaks about Ali's government.
To brainwash children that Ali ibn Abi Talib is a disgusting man, he is not fair. This is how he wants the basis of people to be towards Amir al-Mu'mineen. Attacking his justice. Amir al-Mu'mineen ruled countries, over 55 countries today. Amir al-Mu'mineen ruled them. From these countries are Iran, Iraq, Pakistan. These countries were under the rule of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And pay attention to this. Many of you might not know, but you deserve to know. Do you know how many political prisoners were in the government of Amir al-Mu'mineen? Who can tell me? A country this big, making up of 50 countries today. How many political prisoners did Amir al-Mu'mineen have? And Amir al-Mu'mineen was attacked more than anyone. He had many enemies. Many enemies Amir al-Mu'mineen had. Wallahi al-Azim, to the point that Rasulullah would sit in front of Ali like this, sometimes after finishing food, and Rasulullah would start to weep out of no reason. Ali would say, "Why are you crying, Ya Rasulullah?" He tells him, "I am crying because I will be giving you an ummah that will show you no mercy." Amir al-Mu'mineen had many enemies, huh? How many political prisoners did he have from these enemies? Zero.
Okay, so you get the point. Tawhidi, when speaking to Muslims, would be extremely pro Ali, of course, pro Ali, pro Ali's government, and pro Imams, and he wants the return of the Mahdi, of course, and he wants the rise of the government of the Mahdi. And towards the people in the West, he does not mention this. He does not mention that he loved the governments of the Imams, and he does not want, and he portrays himself as someone who does not want any form of Islamic government. So this is the real Tawhidi, and what you just saw previously in his interview with Right Millennial is the Tawhidi that he wants you to see.